wrong at all. You're not wrong at all. It's a difference between hypotheticals and real life, though. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk about this till I'm blue in the face, and you're not wrong at all, Amir. It ain't got shit to do with you not having kids. Like people who don't have kids don't know because they're not in it, but that doesn't mean they don't see and don't have an understanding, especially when you're around kids, because you are around kids.
I appreciate that, man, because sometimes I feel like I'm.
No.
Oh man, you don't have you don't know until you.
No, it's for real. And I always say it's all about the approach. See, you don't come off acting like you know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. We're having a genuine conversation. So like that, I can learn from it, and you can learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And back to the shit, it's like I would love to be like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna take a stand. We can't do that. But I'm also, and we're just hypothetically speaking, and it's like, damn. But if I gotta go, I'd rather my whole family go with me, because ain't no telling how they gonna treat my family if I step up and they just murk me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, bro. I don't know how to answer that, even though I kind of did, Amir. It's kind of a wait and see game, because it does come to a point. Like I said, I grew up, I got bullied, and I fucking had enough at one point, and I did do something about it in school. You know what I'm saying? Like I had enough of it, and I did do something about it, but it was just me though. All I had to worry about me. I didn't have to worry about somebody else getting jumped and getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So it's like, damn, now kids involved. It's like, I would love to take a stand. But like I said, y'all may have to. If I spark it with the stand, cool. But
and this is why I look at a person like people like Dick Gregory or Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
Right.
They had kids. They did that shit.
They sacrificed. They did that, and I commend them, dog. I'm gonna keep it funky with you, especially Dick Gregory. And he's real. Like, he had a conversation. Like, he was honest. He was like, yo, I wasn't there for my kids.
Do you know what his wife went through, bro?
His wife went through a lot of shit, and it was in his heart and in his mind to realize, I'm gonna have to sacrifice being a good dad. I'm gonna have to sacrifice my family in order to try to save my community. That's major, fam, and that's something he needs to get more than recognized for that shit alone. Because I don't even think that was a selfish act. A lot of people might say that was a selfish act. It all depends on how you look at it. This man sacrificed a lot of shit just to try to wake us up.
He could have been bigger than Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. He was
absolutely. And with the smart brain that he had, he could have owned NBC. He wouldn't have got caught up like a Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have got caught up like most of these powerful black men. Because at the end of the day, it's on them that you get caught up, but you get caught up by your vices. Like, say, like a Sam Cooke, Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? So he sacrificed a lot of shit. And I'm going to sit here as a grown-ass man and be like, I don't know. It's just because of how I grew up, I am the way
NBC stand for No Black Control, right?
Yeah.
So.
Just because of how I grew up in my household and the relationship with my pops, that's how I kind of allude to raising my kids now. So I really couldn't see myself sacrificing not being a good dad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if my pops was there in certain situations and don't take it, I'm not blaming them for shit. I'm not arguing about shit. I'm just giving you my thoughts and we having a conversation because I love my pops. I appreciate everything he did. But I feel like in certain points of my life growing up, there are certain areas in my life that affects me to this day. And if his presence was there just a little bit, it would have went differently.
Mm-hmm. And do you understand his story enough to understand why he probably wasn't?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
What we're talking about here is how Dick Gregory sacrificed everything, including being a good father. And I'm saying I don't know if I could do that.
So wait, so I'm gonna ask y'all that. Then you brought up on that. Then what makes a good father? Because to him, he might have thought that he was a great father.
True, that's real.
So now you're saying, okay, this and that. But so he might have thought, shit, hey, I provided, and I'm saying an example. Mm-hmm. I may not be, I'm saying the one-on-one teaching, or I'm teaching my daughters how a man should be. So for me, I'm a great father. For them, a shit ass father. And so,
let me say, hold on. Let me say this because you broke it down eloquently, Amir. And what I will say is, I'm not saying that Dick Gregory wasn't a great father at all. Let me start off by saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming off my own perspective, and I don't know how Dick Gregory grew up or how he was raised, but I know how I was raised. And to this day, like me and my pops have conversations, and he'll willingly admit, you know what I'm saying? He'll say things like, damn, if I wasn't so much worried about money and doing this shit and picking up this extra shift here and there and would have went with you to this, things would have went different. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about the psyche of shit right now, bro. So I guess it's based off on narrative and one person's opinion and what the shit they went through. Because like I said, I don't know what the great Dick Gregory went through and all of that. I know what I went through growing up, and I know what I don't want to put my son through of what I went through growing up, if that makes sense. Even though the world is fucking cruel, people gonna go through shit anyway. I was just, how I'm thinking now, how we kicking it now, I was just like, damn, I want to be there 24/7. I sacrifice shit that my pops didn't sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice something regardless. Let me say that.
Right.
In some shape or form. You know what I'm saying? But you got to look at it as, is this sacrifice worth it for you? And to Dick Gregory, that sacrifice was worth it for him. To me, and what I'm going through right now, the sacrifice that I'm going through, I think is worth it. So my son can see through the mistakes I've made and what I'm trying to teach him, and I'm trying to be there, if that makes sense. I know I'm like going on a tangent. It's there's no wrong way to answer this unless you're just being an asshole.
Right.
But like I said, I wasn't saying that Dick Gregory wasn't a great father. I'm just saying I think it's all on your path of your life.
No, I didn't take it that way. When you
I know.
that.
I was just explaining it for the audience.
Yeah.
I was just letting them know, like, you know, oh well, so wasn't he a great? You know how people be. They take bites and this is what he said. And that ain't the case at all. You know what I'm saying? I just, hey man, some men are meant to do things differently, bro. And maybe my approach can still affect in the same way that his did, or maybe not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's just you. That was some heavy questions you were asking, bro.
Well,
and I'm
gonna ask both of y'all this then.
Yeah. And my bad, Chuck. Jump in. I'm taking over the conversation.
You're good, bro. You in the zone, man. It's all good, bro. You in the zone, man. It's good.
Should.
Nah, kick it. We here.
Is it the woman that you're with and the children that you have, if you have children with her, but should your purpose as a man be to the forefront more than the feelings of the herd, quote unquote?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta break that down, bro.
Well, because like you look at it like let's say a Martin Luther King.
Right.
What if Coretta had Instagram or Twitter and was able to go ahead and voice out her feelings about them?
About his infidelities and shit? Or
well, just about anything.
Okay.
Just about being Coretta, just whatever though. And then now the focus becomes Coretta instead of Martin or whatever. And just thinking about that in that aspect, but just going off in a general aspect of whatever though, and thinking about it to their time, it's like, is that an important need for a woman that she understands that because the only reason why I say that is because Shannon Sharp, he was on All the Smoke.
Okay. I gotta watch that too. Yeah.
With Steven Jackson
and Matt Barnes. Yep.
And he was talking about like, listen, you can be with me, that's cool. I understand you're second.
Oh shit.
What football is first. What I'm doing is first, and you're second. That doesn't mean I'm going to mistreat you. That doesn't mean I'm going to ever disrespect you. But if you ever think that you're first beyond this, then you made a sad mistake because this is first. With someone like a Dick Gregory, this is first. That doesn't mean I don't take care of my shit.
See, I think they was with women that knew that though, bruh. They was with women that knew that. Because you got to think about it.
Right.
Correct.
So is that important though to be with a woman that knows that though?
Absolutely. 100%. Okay. Absolutely. Because if not, it fucking crumbles. Because now you adding stressors to the shit to to the stretches you already fucking got. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. You said if Coretta was in the Instagram phase. Right. Fuck that. Imagine how many phone calls she got. Nigga, the FBI had her husband tapped. So I can only imagine what the FBI did as far as fucking with her brain, like putting videos in the mailbox and have her listening to conversations between Martin Luther King and another woman, or having them set up shit. I can only imagine what Coretta Scott went through, bro. But she kept it trill. You know what I'm saying? Same with like Betty Shabazz. Kept it trill. These are women we're talking about, fam. We talking about queens. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they already know what they get into, even if the man may not tell them 100%, because you got to think about it. Women are smart. First of all, they mature faster than they are smart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some things may be lacking, but we all lack something. we all lack something. But women got foresight, bro. They see like, oh, I see what type of man he gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's call a spade a spade. So I guarantee Coretta, Betty, Dick Gregory's wife. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I apologize, Mrs. Gregory. I think all these women knew what they were getting into. Maybe not 100%, but they knew what the deal was. So you absolutely have to have a woman like that in your corner when you making moves in life. That when you actually on the path that God set for you, you actually have to have a strong teammate. You need that. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
Chuck, what is what? Because we talk about it though, but it's like it now. You know what I'm saying? No, and then they go into that question though, Chuck, too. But also, do you think the kids have to understand?
They're not.
And should that be taught by you, or should that be taught by the mother?
No, I think I think Pete hit the nail on the head. It's like these women know what they're getting into, and I'm pretty sure Martin and Malcolm had conversations with their wives like, "Yo, this is what I have to do," and most times, and although it's hard on the woman, she understands.
Oh, they were exactly. My bad, Chuck. I'm bugging, but just come right back in. That's it. What you said right there. Because you got to remember, they was in the trenches, but best believe they was pissed off and arguing and dissing. No, you don't. Just like he said, I got to do this. No, you don't. What about us? What about the kid? Blah, blah, blah. Behind the scenes was probably nuts, but they knew in front of the scenes, we got to be one.
Yeah.
We got to hold it down. I'm pretty sure they was getting all the beef, all the backlash, and them arguments in the bedroom. And in the bedroom, trust me, because with a strong queen comes a headstrong woman, and she gonna voice her shit. They wasn't just docile, my nigga, but they held it down in the presence because they knew, like, yo, we as one, we got to be a fucking force. So that means, because of that, the women are telling the kids what it is. Because the men, we gonna talk to them, they gonna say something, they gonna let them know strict. What the moms, the queens, they gonna break it down to the barrel and make them understand, yo, you gotta be in the trenches. My bad, Chuck. Go ahead.
No, you good. No, you good, man. You're right. I think it's up to the women, the queens, to explain to the children what daddy is doing or what daddy because like he said, I may sit down and talk to my kids like, yo, this is what I have to do. But it's going to be that motherly touch where the kid, when she sits down with the kids, say, yo, daddy has to do X, Y, and Z. Like, y'all may not understand it right now. You'll understand it when you get older. And that's usually the case, right? 7, 8 years old, they're not going to, the only thing in their mind is that daddy's not here.
And Cocoa Puffs.
But as they get older, and they start seeing the results of daddy's work, like, oh, okay, so that's what mommy and daddy were talking about. It starts to click, right? It starts to click, and that's, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on it.
That's facts. Amir pie in the day. I like
it. Hey man, yo man, all right, let's talk about it, man. Well, fuck it. I gotta ask about it, man. What do y'all think about? I know we talked about a little bit. We didn't get all the way into it though about the NBA. Mm-hmm. So how do y'all think it should come back?
What you mean?
Okay,